Hi everyone, so this is an introduction to all the materials you will need for our pre-college class for digital media. First and foremost, I'm going to start with the articulating arm that is the top of your list besides the cell phone app Stop Motion Studio. I'm going to show you the kind of arm I would recommend getting. So I mentioned articulation. By articulation, I mean it's not just one of those metal arms that has the flexible hold, right? Like the one that can just hold it like that. When you use cameras or mounts like that, it can bounce a lot. It can change your orientation. A mount like this is really nice because you can place your camera literally directly flat against, like parallel to the surface that you're shooting with. And for a mount like this, it can accommodate almost any size cell phone. So it expands and it has a nice soft grip. It attaches with a clamp to any surface, and you can lock in the arm by adjusting those parameters there. So that's why I think this arm is a worthy investment, especially since they're really close in price. So the link for that is attached to your materials list. So for this class, you're going to need some pretty basic materials, some more complex. So up on the top of your list is a pack of index cards. I highly recommend the ones that are blank on both sides. The lines can kind of become a barrier that makes it harder to see through from one frame to the next, as you can see how they're slightly semi-transparent. So these blank ones are 4x6. You're not mandated to get that exact size, but these at Target are only about 50 cents for a pack of 100 of them, and all you would need is roughly one pack. So pretty inexpensive material. On the list as an optional thing is a cutting mat. So this blue board here, it's a surface that's safe to use sharp tools on, like a scissor, like an X-Acto blade, so that way you don't cut into any nice dining room tables. So I highly recommend one, but that is obviously not mandated. So anything that says optional is something that I do recommend, otherwise I wouldn't have put it on the list, but it's not something that you absolutely have to run out and get if you don't have good access to that. An X-Acto blade is also optional. They can be quite dangerous, so definitely reach out to your parents to discuss whether or not you already have one or whether or not you all feel safe using one. For every exercise that we use, a scissor will suffice. I'm showing you guys a smaller embroidery scissor. This is a nice tool for cutting smaller shapes, but a standard scissor also suffice. I wouldn't get one that is especially small or blunted. So a standard scissor you might have around the house should suffice. You will need a couple drawing utensils, a normal graphite pencil, either a white colored pencil or a white charcoal pencil you will also need for this class. Any type of masking tape. So this is just a small bit of blue masking tape, but any kind will suffice. Some basic glue, a push pin, so any type of push pin that has a metal tip, and then paper fasteners. So we might be used to paper fasteners that are a little bit bigger than the ones I am recommending getting. So these I linked for you, but this is how small I would recommend getting. So these you kind of have to order online or go to a craft store to pick up. So this is a little bit of a specialty need here. You won't need too many of them. So I'd say if you can find a pack of 50 or less, that would be perfect. Unfortunately, sometimes online these only come in much bigger packs, but usually they're pretty much on the affordable side. So just to show you the scale, that's roughly how big I would recommend. If you can't find them quite this small and you need to get it a little bit bigger, that's fine too. I do recommend getting black. Last but not least, we have some black construction paper. So you will need, I wouldn't get the absolute thinnest stock, maybe something even thicker than what I'm showing you here, but doesn't have to be as thick as cardstock. So any type of black cardboard, or not cardboard, but black construction paper that can hold a little bit of form and can take a little bit of abuse as we use it. Other than that, most everything else is optional. So other things that might be helpful to you are chopsticks, like any kind. Those can help us just basically move items underneath our camera while we're animating. You will need the Stop Motion Studio app, which is a free app on both Android and iPhones. There is a paid version of it. You do not need the paid version of that app for this course. the cell phone mount that I showed you at the beginning of this demo. And then the only other thing I'm not showing you guys today is that it would be really necessary for you to have some magazines or newspapers that you're allowed to fully cut up and customize to your liking. So that is our tour of the materials that we will need for pre-college together. Can't wait to see you guys all very soon. Bye-bye.